Hi, I'm Michael Santos with Prison Professors. I want to thank you for tuning in for another episode. Today I am going to be reading this letter. It's a handwritten letter, but I'm simultaneously going to, actually not simultaneously, but I'm also going to scan it and put it on the screen so that you can follow along with me, because this is a letter from a Supermax prison in the state of Arkansas. And I want to read it to you just to show you kind of the impact that a positive thinking strategy can have on somebody, even somebody who is serving an ungodly sentence. So this one, interestingly enough, came to my address in Dana Point, which means somehow he got a hold of my most recent material, because we just moved down here to this area relatively recently, and most people write in the previous addresses. So I don't know how he connected with me, but I definitely want to bring attention to his letter. And here's how it goes. This is from Jesse R. Furr, and it's got his mailing address right here on the letter. So if you want to write him, I would encourage you to do so, just to give some encouragement. Mr. Santos, I write this letter to you with the utmost respect and with hope that it will reach your hands so that you can personally read the letter. My name is Jesse R. Furr, Jr., and I am incarcerated in the Arkansas Department of Corrections. I am serving a life sentence for first-degree murder. I have been incarcerated now for 29 years. I came to prison when I was 21 years old, and I will turn 51 this August. The purpose of this letter is to simply say thank you. I was recently blessed by being able to watch your Straight A Guide modules. Never have I seen a self-help course that has helped me in the way that your Straight A Guide has helped me. It was phenomenal. There is nothing like your Straight A Guide course taught here in Arkansas. Everything here is faith-based. Not that there is anything wrong with that. However, a lot of inmates miss out on an opportunity to learn valuable knowledge simply because they are not Christians. I would like to obtain a copy of your Straight A Guide book. Your book would continue to help me, and I could use it to help others. I know without a doubt I could help others with the aid of your book. So, if possible, could you please send me an order form with prices for your books? Certainly we'll be sending those without any charge. I have enclosed a petition for freedom, a resume, and a list of all accomplishments that I've received while incarcerated during 29 years. This is what I mail to my avatars. Avatars is the term we use in the course, or just people in general, to try to secure their support, or possibly to secure employment if I am granted clemency. Although, after watching your modules, I still see that I have a lot of work to complete. In closing, I would like to ask if you would consider mentoring me. I feel I could learn a lot from you, and I would be honored if you would mentor me. Thank you for taking the time to read this. God bless you, and I humbly await your reply. Sincerely, Jesse R. Furr. Again, Jesse's address is right here on the first page of this letter. I get so many letters that it's hard for me to reach out to everybody, but I'll certainly be responding to him. Interestingly enough, he's got a petition for freedom that he encloses here as well, and he titles it Veni Vidi Vici. Now, if you've looked at my book, Earning Freedom, you'll know that I broke that book into several chapters sections called Veni Vidi Vici, which is a translation from the Latin, meaning I came, I saw, I conquered, which is a message from Julius Caesar. And here's what he says here in his petition. I fully understand that you are a very busy person and your daily work and personal activities take a lot of your time. But I ask that you please take a few minutes to read the following pages. This is an attempt to secure a letter of support from you, supporting my clemency and the possibility of employment. I have been in prison since 1991, and while my stay in this system has had many ups and downs, my reasons for dealing with cruel and often evil prison environment were honorable, and because of that, I trust you will not hold those things against me. That history was in search of humane treatment and an attempt to avoid what I perceive to be the total destruction of my personal autonomy and beliefs. I fought the system, not against the judicial system, as I know I got myself into this, but to preserve my religious and social self. My prison experience has ranged from unbelievably cruel and hateful things to beneficial things. The bad was the abuse of myself and other prisoners. History bears me out on this. But on the other hand, I have served as a mentor to younger people in prison. I have held many trusted job positions, and I have gained a very good education. Those latter things I feel to be good and beneficial to myself, other people in prison, and to the state. That is really an example of a positive mindset. This is a man who's been in prison for 29 years, and you don't hear him complaining. These years in prison have allowed me to develop into a stronger and better-rounded person. I am older, I have settled, and I have learned that there is no reason to rebel against life and its problems. Now I find ways to resolve problems. Helping people has been a wonderful opportunity. It helps me to see myself and others that are less settled than I am. I work with them, and by working with them, it allows me to see myself as I was years ago. This experience has taught me that one does not have to stay the way that one is, and I have proven that within myself. I am not and never have been mean and cruel. A one-time criminal, confused, insecure, rebellious, and often immature. I believe I have overcome those flaws, and I have dealt with those demons that have haunted me with the help of the Creator, with my family and friends. I have become a person capable of living in civil society productively. I have done several things to prepare myself for reintroduction into society. I have taken courses in, and I have received a GED, wastewater treatment operator's license, boiler operator and maintenance training, youth counselor and mentor training, basic computer certification, legal assistant paralegal certification, federal emergency management training, the professional PC repair technician program certification, the professional small business management program certification, utility management, multiple self-help certificates, published condensed autobiography, and it's called Texas Youth Receives Life, in Frank Sherry's The Lord Loseth the Prisoner, published by Morris Publishing in 2000. These various courses seemed necessary for a business environment in handling financial affairs and to broaden my job opportunities once I am released. This also has been aided in many of my jobs since I have been incarcerated, such as the school clerk at the Maximum Security Unit School. This job has allowed me to obtain computer skills in a hands-on environment, working with various Windows operating systems and Microsoft programs. My intentions when I am released is to open a small business in computer programming and repair, so I can utilize my experience and skills gained while incarcerated. I am not too old to work and earn a retirement, and I could make my own retirement fund by being dependable and trustworthy. Although I am older now, there is nothing to prevent me from working and earning a living. My crime occurred while I was intoxicated and handling a gun. The gun accidentally discharged, killing a family member. I was tried on capital murder, but convicted on first-degree murder. My total sentence is life imprisonment. I take full responsibility for my actions that got me here. For all the pain and suffering I have caused the victim's family, the state, my family and friends, I am truly sorry. I realize there is nothing I can do to change the past, but I can and have changed myself to ensure that it never happens again in the future. The title, Veni Vidi Vici, was not a mistake. I was chosen to sum up and convey my prison experience. This phrase is Latin, and it means I came, I saw, I conquered. It was Julius Caesar's report to the Roman Senate of a victory, and this is my report to the American people of a victory. I came into this prison. I saw the name of the game was to degrade you and make you hate, and I conquered because I was able to realize what they were doing, and despite that hindrance, went forward to obtain an education and to live a full life. Any letters of recommendation for clemency or possibly job employment must state who you are, what relation you are to me, if any, and whether or not you feel the system has been successful in helping to rehabilitate me. Please include your phone number and or email address in the case that the Governor on Parole Board wants to confirm your support. I appreciate your concern and any support you may offer. Thank you, and may God bless you and yours. Sincerely, Jesse R. Furr, P.O. Box 600, Grady, Arkansas 71644. To sign online petition, go to change.org, and then he gives you that information. And he's got a Facebook page, Clemency for Jesse Robert Furr. And then we've got his list of accomplishments. And these list of accomplishments talks about, really it's like a resume, which talks about all of the productive experiences he has had since he has been in prison. He has documented the effort, holding himself accountable. So you can see he didn't just go through the Straight A Guide course. He is actually living this model by working to advocate for himself. He's not asking anybody to work harder than he is to prepare for a life of success and meaning and relevance. And that's why I will be taking some time today to write him a letter to congratulate him, sending him all of our books, including this book, 10 Steps to Prepare for Success from Jail or Prison, which is a course that I think would have been very helpful to me while I was incarcerated. And I think that he can use it to teach and inspire other people as well. So this is what we do at Prison Professors, is really just try to show the best possible outcomes. We try to show that regardless of what challenges a person faces today, that individual can always begin working toward living a life of meaning and relevance and contribution. It's something I learned from the people that taught me, some of whom I met in person, some of whom I only developed correspondences with, some of whom I only learned by reading their stories and getting inspired by them while I was making my own climb through prison. At Prison Professors, we try to show that anybody can live a life of meaning, relevance, dignity, contribution. But we want to help them, and that's why we ask you to support the program by becoming a subscriber. And if you'd like to support our sponsors, please visit us at cbdtv.com. I'm Michael Santos, and we'll be back soon with another episode of the Prison Professors program. Thank you.